Welcome to the Sunday service, everyone. Nice to see. I see Eva Kika. I see Surviving Men series. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for coming in. I have pinned the link for Tonia's show, which is up there on top of the chat. It will take you all the way over to her channel. Just waiting for her to join the panel. She was here a few minutes ago, but we having some connectivity issues. But I think we should be able to be good to go shortly when she joins. Jaden, nice to see you. How you doing, Jaden? Welcome, welcome, Jaden. How have you been? How have you been? Welcome, welcome, Jaden. And to those of you who may be watching me from Tonia's side, yes, my name is Goga. I'm the host of the Sunday service. So we are collaborating. And collaborating sometimes means that we do share the panel and the platform so that at least we're able to get support to the co-hosts. I see you guys coming in, and I just want to say thank you so much for choosing the Sunday service once again. And as we wait for Tonia, I want to just reiterate you're all officially invited to the royal gathering that is taking place on the 2nd of November as per the invite. I'm going to share this invite to each and everyone on my community page tomorrow. And RSVP for the event. The live stream is already scheduled. It is an upcoming live stream. Make sure you check it out so that you don't miss this auspicious. You heard the word I used. You don't miss this auspicious event. The panelists have already confirmed. They've already been sent the program as before I came to the Sunday service. So I'm so excited to be hosting this event. And I think it's going to be an amazing time. So you better be there. You better be there. You better be there. So yeah, that is the announcement I'm making as we wait for our guests to jump up on the panel before we start. Miri Besh, welcome, Miri Besh. Nice to see you. She said that Goga, I'm watching ads. Thank you so much, Miri, for stopping by. I hope you're having an amazing weekend wherever you are. Jaden, how is the weekend? What's going on? How is Sunday? I'm good, Miri. Thank you so much for popping in. Miri. And welcome to the Sunday service. Nice to see you as always. My Nightbot, I think, is already doing a good job welcoming everybody. I like that. When Nightbot is working optimally, that is nice. Let me check on Tonia. Let's see. She says that network is giving her issues, but she should be here shortly. Juba Bruce, nice to see you, Juba. I see you over at Tonia. Tonia's side. Welcome. Juba Bruce is in the building. Who else did I miss there on the chat? I think I'm doing very well. I'm in Kisumu, flight to Nairobi at 8. Wow, Miri, that's nice. You're in Kisumu. What did you go to do in Kisumu? Like, Kisumu is out of character for you. Like, you could be in other places, but Kisumu of all the places. How is Kisumu city? The only other city, okay, nowadays there are a lot of cities in this country, but Kisumu is one of the only second biggest cities in the country. Enjoy Kisumu. I hope you had some fish. I hope you did have some fish there in Kisumu. And I hope your flight is on time, because the problem with this evening flights always have these crazy delays. But I hope you do get to make it on time. I hope you do get make it on time. And then I see, what else did I miss? Hey, Miri, Kisumu Dala. Even Surviving Men series is excited to hear that you're in Kisumu. All right, Tonia, when you're ready, just come up. I am waiting. When you're ready, just come up. I know the internet is always a problem in Nigeria sometimes. Just find that spot where we did the call yesterday, and then let's try whether it can allow you to come up. Kunguru, I send greetings to your village people. All right. Jaden says, my break, I think I missed that one somewhere. My break starts this week from school, so I will be here on Wednesday. Oh, nice. Yeah, Wednesday, I think we'll be learning about highlights. Let's see. That Tonia is here. I can see it loading. Let's hope it loads. Goga, I'm watching you from my kitchen. I thought you said you're at the airport from Kisumu. If you have a flight at 8, you need to be at the airport. Flying to Nairobi unless you meant 8 in the morning. Because it's almost like 20 minutes to 8. It's almost 20 minutes to 8. Bev Artist Kitchen, welcome, Bev Artist Kitchen. Thank you so much for coming in. How are you doing, Bev? Welcome. Tony is struggling to get in. The network, when you see that buffering thing happening, is usually a network issue, but let's hope it goes through. Tony, I don't know whether you're going to do the live outside today. We have to do it outside. I'm good, Bev. How have you been? And once again, guys, you are all welcome to the Royal Gathering. The dress code is royal purple with a touch of gold. And the program is going to be, the Queen of Ceremony has already confirmed her availability. So the first part of the program will run for about 75 minutes. And then you guys can be able to join the royal open court, where you guys can join the panel, show off your outfits, show off your outfits and things like that. So it's important to make sure that you observe the colors of the event. Purple with a touch of gold. So in case you have any purple anywhere, in case you have any touch of gold anywhere, and then another thing you need to do, you need to get your royal names. You need to get your royal names intact, because what will be happening is that you'll be introducing yourself with like some royal names. So let's say for example that in case you want to like call yourself lady or lord somebody, you can use that one for your introduction on that particular day. So that's what's going to happen in the next like 20 days. Elena Koya, welcome. Barbo is in the building. Welcome, Barbo. Nice to see you. Everything Africa with Omar. Amazing seeing you again. Once again, welcome. Everything Africa with Omar. How is Niger? And then Surviving Man Series is saying, Goga unachoma. If she's in Kisumu airport and you see her in the kitchen, even you are at the airport. I know if she was at the airport, she should have been doing a live stream. They have free Wi-Fi there. I always do live streams when I'm at the Kisumu airport. In the past, I've always done a live stream at the Kisumu airport. Goga, your last year doesn't have purple. You have enough time to go buy. That's why I gave you like a whole month notice to go and get a purple outfit and go get some purple detail. You can even get a purple handkerchief for all I know. Just make sure that there's some detail there, purple with a touch of gold going on. And it doesn't matter if you don't get an outfit by that particular day, you can just come with whatever you have. I mean, I know you guys have outfits. Eva Kika says, greetings, Your Excellency. Greetings to you, Eva Kika, and congratulations on your baby shower. Eva Kika threw an amazing baby shower, which was hosted by Wakesho Otto on Friday. And we all attended that event. It was very nice, auspicious. I did jump on the panel before she did the reveal of the gender of the baby. Go and rewatch that live stream in case you want to know the baby's gender. I was there for like a while. I came there with my 2 glasses, both pink and blue, but I guess one won. So as soon as she announced the gender of the baby, I was able to just stick to 1 glass. Nice to see you, Barbo. Thanks so much for coming in. Goga, did you see the single picture message? I think I missed it. I have no idea what it meant. Normally, when I don't understand something, I just skip, because I don't like being left behind on the chat. So usually, if I don't understand messages, I normally just ignore. Unless it's something like very urgent, then I will ask you to explain more. Thank you, Goga, and thank you for gracing our baby shower. Congratulations to you and your husband. Tonya, you're just buffering, and that's what we can see from the screen. It's doing this nice circle. I don't know why. I don't know how bad the network is there. But take your time. We still have like about 6 minutes before we start. So just try. Because I know you can hear me, but I know sometimes it can be frustrating. Tonya. So I don't know whether you're using Wi-Fi. I don't know whether you're using data. Just try what can work, and then we'll see what happens. If it doesn't, we'll also have to think of alternatives. Let me see. Jaden says, the only purple I have is a Vikings shirt. Will that work? Yes, it works perfectly. Whatever you have that is purple, it works perfectly. It works perfectly. Surviving Men Series says, Goga, I have something to tell you. I hope Maria and Natecho are not around. Say it. We welcome receipts. So long as it's not very personal, we welcome receipts. Tell me, what did they do? Did they not raid? What did they do? Report them. Even if they are here watching in the bushes, the receipts will be announced loud for everybody. And then I see Tulip's Corner. Welcome, Tulip's Corner. How you doing, Tulip's Corner? Let me see. Let me just check with my co-host. What is saying? She's struggling to get in, and it was okay yesterday when we were having our call. So I have to make sure that we check on her. Dr. Stella, welcome, Dr. Stella. Nice to see you. How are you doing, Dr. Stella? Marciano, welcome, Marciano. How is Canada? Welcome, Marciano. Thanks so much for coming in. Leo amenivamia kule kwa Nuru. What happened? When Maria and Natecho gang up against you, there must be something you must have done that is very crucial. And they'll probably come and report it to me when they land. They'll probably come and report it to me. Why did they vamia you? BOK will be in attendance as well. BOK will be in attendance. Wait, let me laugh. So, Miss TikTok girl, thank you so much for the raid. Miss TikTok girl, thank you so much for the raid, but you sent people to the wrong raid. They are going to milk you for this. Miss TikTok girl, you selected the wrong raid. I'm seeing you because I was watching your live stream on another tab. So I'm just laughing because you sent people on a wrong raid. But welcome. I thank you so much for choosing me. Trinidadian, welcome, Trini. Trini and Miss TikTok had the most awesome live stream a couple of I think it started like 2-3 hours ago. It was very funny. These guys they've made fun with bananas and things like that. You need to go rewatch it. I don't know how these people planned and ended up on a live stream together because they've made us laugh like crazy. So Miss TikTok, I made sure I left your live stream running on another tab so that I see what you're going to do. So you literally raided people over to natural vibes with TK. That Sunday service was supposed to have happened last weekend, but TK is indisposed. So you send people on a wild goose chase, and then they went to the wrong live stream. Now they are going to have your receipts again for the week. See your problems, Miss TikTok. See your problems. You've given Fluffy Diva content. You've given Red Room content. I hope Red Room was not on that raid because you've given Red Room content. All the mix-up people are going to have your content. So I hope you're able to I don't know how you're going to buy your way out of this. But thanks so much for the raid. I don't take it for granted. You picked TK. Anyway, he's looking to get 1,000 subscribers. So you've done your part. I know they're going to bounce there and they'll know that you're sending people over to me. Yes. Even Fluffy Diva says, Miss TikTok, you sent us on a raid for the 9th of November. Yeah, that's why I'm laughing because I am watching I left Miss TikTok's live stream. I left Miss TikTok and Trini on one tab so that I can know where she has raided people because she crashed a flight last week and she has refused to admit. So now I'm just seeing, yes, she has actually set up a raid, but she sent people to the wrong destination. Oh my goodness, Miss TikTok, this is too much. I can't even keep up with these flights anymore. It's let's see. Okay, let's try whether Tonia can sort this out. Yeah, my co-host is having problems with the internet getting up, but let's hope that you'll be able to resolve it. Just hold on. I think we'll be able to sort it out. Meanwhile, you can laugh at Miss TikTok and her problems. And start with this. You can laugh at Miss TikTok and her problems. BOK is ready for the event. Let me tell you, BOK told me that she's going to be in attendance. BOK is ready for this auspicious event that is happening. And BOK has told me that the outfit is being, let me see. The outfit is being designed by, I don't know, some people in Peru. It's a whole thing. It's a whole BOK's TikTok for this event that is taking place on 2nd November. It's been imported. She's not wearing an outfit from America. it's been imported from Peru, and then I think it's going to pass through Jamaica for some finishing, and then it will land over in the United States. I can't wait to see that outfit. I can't wait to see that outfit. Trini is saying, Goga, your co-host needs pineapple. Trini, leave me alone. Trini, leave me alone. I am not going to talk about pineapples after what I went through on your video the other day. Trini, I am not discussing pineapples. And here I was thinking that I'm the pineapple culprit until you came along. Guys, if you missed Trinidadian, if you missed Trinidadians like premiere from last Sunday, I think it was wasn't on Wednesday or Sunday. I can't remember. It was early this week. If you missed Trinidadians, it was on Wednesday. It was on Wednesday when he was doing a premiere. If you missed Trini's premiere on Wednesday, you need to go rewatch that premiere. You will laugh like crazy. But it is somewhere in the middle. So you have to watch his entire video. And then when you get somewhere in the middle, he was making something. I think it wasn't pork, it was lamb or something like that. He's just busy in the kitchen until you get halfway through the video. Then all of a sudden he starts eating fruit. Guys, it is the sounds. It is the sounds for me. Like, that video, you need to go rewatch it so that you understand the gravity of that video. And that video is what has been sending people like on the floor the entire week. So I am not going to discuss Trini's pineapple escapades because they're just too much. It's too much. I rewatched that video. I was laughing like a crazy person. I was like, why? Why is this man like this? But it was so funny. It was so funny. It was so funny. He's ready for ASMR. And then today, Trini and Miss TikTok girl decided to they decided to gang up and do a banana live stream. That went south very fast. Like, you go to that live stream, you're like, what did I sign up for on a Sunday morning? Yeah, that's the live stream that Miss TikTok has crashed on TK's channel. Just to give you context. But yeah, Karen Jepkirui, welcome. Payal Creations, welcome, Payal. I'm just waiting for Tonia to come up. She's having internet issues. She's been trying to get up several times, but I think the Niger internet is trying to give us problems. But hopefully she'll be able to come up. Simone TV, nice to see you. Thank you so much, Simone TV. Appreciate you. Shall we discuss your pineapple escapades, Goga? Not today. Not today for sure. Not today for sure. Not today for sure. And then Simone says, yes, the sound and the juices. Yes. Oh my goodness. And then it was very brief. You may miss. That's why you have to watch the entire video with the. Let's see. That's why you have to watch the entire video with the. Hey, Tonia, you are here. Welcome.
Hi, Goga. Yes, I can hear you.
Hey, thank God. Thank God. I was getting worried. I was like, how are you going to extend and things?
I'm so sorry. I don't know.
No,
I don't know. My network has been. I don't know.
These things happen. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I'm so sorry for coming late. I'm so
No, you're
sorry.
not late. It's fine. Don't worry. You've given me enough time to discuss receipts. People are giving me gossip on what's going on somewhere. So at least you've given me time to collect receipts. There's a lady who has crashed her flight. It's a lot of things have happened before you came on the panels, and I've gotten a very good update from people. Guys, we'll continue the receipts after Tonia has left. Can you behave? The guest is here. We'll continue the receipts.
Okay, the thing is that I'm actually not even seeing them.
Yeah, no, don't worry about the chats today because it will make you, it will stress you. I will read the chats on your behalf.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Unfiltered Maria, welcome. Maria, what happened with the Surviving Man series? He was trying to say something, but I think you came in now. He's not going to tell me. Maria, what happened? Trinidadian says, YouTube showed me where you rewind the video. Guys, go and rewatch that video from Trini. And guys, my co-host is here. Hey, Kavi! Welcome, Kavi Key. Welcome, Kavi Key. Nice to see you. JB, I see you over at Tonia. Payal Creations. Welcome, Payal Creations. Nice to see you. Your tribe is here, Tonia, so I can just see a few chats there. Juba Bruce, nice to see you. Fluffy Diva, thank you. And Fluffy Diva is going to also be in the program of that event. We will talk about the event later on after the service. Thank you so much, everyone, for making it. Tonia is here. If you don't have Tonia's talk, please click on the link that is pinned on top of my chat. It will throw you over to her live stream so that you can give her support. Support this beautiful lady who is on the screen all the way from Nigeria. She's looking amazing. She's looking demure. She's looking very bright, and She's smiling. Make sure you're part of Tonia'sTalk, and you can actually
Thank
watch
you,
the live
Goga.
stream from there. Watch the live stream from there. Stay there and watch the live stream from there. It is still the same live stream, but you'll be supporting her because she's really working hard to get her watch hours. And watch hours, we all know, it's not easy. It's not easy. The pineapple people, can you behave? We'll come back to those pineapple receipts, and the people who crashed the flight, we will come back to also those receipts. And thanks so much. I see Be Okay over at Tonia. Tonia, what is your favorite color?
Coffee brown.
Eish! Now,
Coffee
where am I
brown.
going to get coffee brown like her? Look at this one, guys. Your favorite color is coffee brown. So you have to go and look for coffee brown, those coffee brown hats there. I don't know that YouTube has those things, but I'm sure it has. Go and look for those coffee brown hats on that chat down there.
My second favorite color.
What is your second favorite?
Red.
Red. Okay. Oh, Be Okay got coffee brown. If Be Okay can get coffee brown, everybody can get coffee brown. If Be Okay got coffee brown and dropped it on the chat, guys, drop that coffee brown. Drop that coffee brown. We are going to put that. You can just copy paste Be Okay's thing. Just copy paste. If you are lazy like me, that's what I normally do. And when the host tells us to type something, I normally just copy paste what the other person has done. But don't copy paste their name, because some of you I know you like copy pasting and even copy paste people's names. Just copy paste the coffee brown hats and drop them there. Let me come there on the chat and show you. Just drop those coffee brown hats. Yes, I see them. Miri got it. Yeah, drop those nice coffee brown hats there on Tonia's chat. Jaden has decided to go for red. Yes. So you can copy paste those. Oma, why are you typing bears on the chat? You have been told to type coffee brown hats. See, you are typing bears and things. These are the students. So, guys, do you know we have a teacher in the class today? We have a teacher on the live stream. So you have to follow instructions. We have been told to type coffee brown. Miss TikTok, you have crashed a flight. Those coffee brown chats, you don't type them on my chat. You type them on Tonia's chat. Click on the link there. It will throw you over to her live stream. Type those things on her chat, not my chat. You know my chat is purple. So this is to confirm that you're already on Tonia's side of the live stream. You guys are a mess. J Squared is saying, hi, Mrs. Amos. Now we've gotten J Squared. Now J Squared has given us another name that Tonia did not tell me. This is Mrs. Amos. Now we know Mrs. Amos. Now we know Mrs. Amos. So keep dropping those nice coffee. I like how you guys are dropping those. Okay, they got them, Tonia. They got them. Forget about even red. They got all those coffee brown things and they're typing them on the chat. They're typing them on the chat. Oh my goodness. Guys, allow me to introduce the guest so that we can start the show. Let me just pause the chat briefly and the music briefly, and then we can introduce our guest. And then we'll come back to the receipts later. Right. So allow me to introduce, and then she's going to introduce herself. Okay. Tonia'sTalk is an accomplished mathematics educator based in Nigeria, and her professional expertise extends far beyond the classroom walls. With a career dedicated to shaping young minds, Tonia has developed a unique analytical perspective on the challenges of adolescence and the pivotal role of parental support. Tonia expertly applies the principles of logic. She's a mathematics teacher, structure, and problem solving to the intricate topics of teen health and maternal well-being. She addresses crucial issues such as body image, emotional resilience, and intergenerational communication with the same precision she uses to teach mathematical theories. Her approach provides families with a clear and actionable framework for fostering open dialogue and making sustainable, healthy lifestyle choices. A passionate advocate for holistic development, Tonia equips mothers with the tools to prioritize their fitness while gracefully guiding their teens through a transformative life stage. She's a sought-after voice for those who are seeking a balanced, intelligent, and compassionate approach to family health. Tonia, without further ado, please introduce yourself to the community in the best way you know how. I may not have done it justice, but good enough. Over to you.
Okay, so hi everyone. You are highly welcome. Thank you so much for being around. So, in addition to what President Goga just said, in fact, he almost said it all. My name is Mrs. Amos Antonia Nneka, popularly known by my students as Mrs. Amos, but my friends and colleagues call me Tonia or Antonia. Okay,
Hmm.
I'm a dedicated mathematics teacher, a wife, a mother, and I have passion. I'm very, very passionate about empowering teenagers beyond classroom. Um, I have channel where I, encourage teenagers, adolescents to take care of themselves. I coach them, I inspire them, and empower them to take care of themselves, their mental health, menstrual health, relationship, and other things. So I'll stop here for now.
I like that, Mrs. Amos. And that already you already said a lot of things. Married, you are a mother, in addition to being an educator. Why
Yes.
mathematics? Some of us used to be so scared. Me, I'm speaking on my own behalf. I know the other people are not scared of mathematics. Some of us used to be so scared of mathematics in school. Let me tell you, it was not my favorite subject. It was not my favorite subject, and I could not understand what is find x. Why was I supposed to be finding x, and x is already here, it is written? Why am I supposed to find x again? Or even that thing they used to call Pythagoras, Pythagoras theorem, etc, and things like that. Why did you pick mathematics? And guys, she has studied mathematics up to the master's level, and she's planning to do a PhD on the same. Why mathematics education as opposed to, like, let's say, these other professions that people like lawyer, doctor, these things that everybody, these things that our parents always used to tell us that, oh, please do this so that when you grow up, you become a lawyer, or those kind of things.
Okay, funny enough, I wasn't going to study mathematics in university, though in secondary school I was actually doing well in three subjects, including mathematics. I was going to actually study law, but along the
Wow.
line I couldn't get to that stage. A lot of things happened actually, and the university where I already applied to, study law, it didn't work. So I have to come back to where the state where I was based. Because I wasn't planning to study in the state where I was giving birth to. I wanted to go far. So but it didn't work. I have to come back to my state, change university. So when I went to the school, I also went for something that is like law, but still it didn't work out. I see that each time I go to another party, it will not work. Okay, it's okay. Let me try mathematics education or biology education. And immediately I just enter into the department. The HOD made me classroom. He said, "You be the one going around for that. In fact, go ahead." He gave me one question, I think one or two questions, and I answered. He said, "Okay, you are supposed to be here. Don't go far. Stay here." That's how I see myself in mathematics. And each time I try as much as possible, to do something else, it will not work. Even after university, I still don't want to teach, but I still see myself teaching. So, and the will I say the funniest part of it is that in that aspect of solving and teaching mathematics, I'm always happy.
Nice.
So that's how it happens, and I see myself teaching, solving, learning mathematics.
And everybody on the chat is so excited. JB is here. Bosede is also here, like saying, guys, she graduated with honors in mathematics education. We did get, like, J
Wow.
squared is also, like, here, and they're all just happy to have you here. And let me tell you, praise Akinyemi. Welcome, praise Akinyemi. Thank you so much, everybody. And once again, guys, if you have not connected to Tonia's
Oh,
Talk, that is the
Akiyemi Praise is my mathematical daughter. She's doing well in math.
H. May you guys,
If
may your
Akiyemi
mathematics
Praise is
teacher
here.
remember you the way praise is being remembered here. Can you greet your mathematical daughter? Let me not interrupt.
Hi, Praise. How are you? She's very good in mathematics. I have a lot of them, and she's one of them. In fact, I'm very, very happy. I wake up every morning, see my students send me messages. I see a lot of students that are very, very not very afraid of math. Most of them were suffering from mathphobia, but now they are very happy. In fact, I wake up every morning, see messages, and I'm very happy. Praise is
You
my
know,
mathematics daughter, and she's doing well.
let me tell you something, Tonya. You know, like here in Kenya, there's even a joke we normally sing to the mathematics teacher. Like anytime we are prospering in life, like now you see I'm on YouTube. Yeah. For example, when I joined YouTube and I became monetized, I made sure that I sent the link to my mathematics teacher. And you know the idea was to tell the mathematics teacher, like, I'm prospering. I am prospering. You said I will never make it in life. See me now. See me on YouTube counting dollars. There's usually like a joke. There's usually like a joke there, like you anytime you're prospering in life, make sure your mathematics teacher knows, because they're the ones who used to be problematic. The other subjects were easy and chill, but it was the mathematics teacher who used to come and take classes. They used to like take other teachers' lessons. I mean, the mathematics teacher is the one who used to like arrive in school early, and you are like, what is wrong with this teacher? What is wrong with this teacher? So so, so I am impressed that your mathematics daughters and sons are here on the chat, like, and they are so excited to be on your live stream. Elijah Ekundayo, welcome, and they are all saying hi, Mrs. Amos. Hi, Mrs. Amos.
Hi,
Hi, Mrs.
Ekundayo. Esther Ekundayo. I know her. She's very good in maths too. She's
Yeah.
my
And then
daughter. In fact, I'm her form teacher in school.
Jen and Judith are also here.
Jane and Judith are twins. If you watch my videos on Tonia'sTalk, you see that
Yeah.
Jane and Judith are always there. They are J twins. They're always
And
there.
then
Very intelligent children. Jane and Judith
JB,
are all rounder.
JB is asking, what of me? What of me? Okay, your students are all here today, so let me just give you time. Amos, Mrs.
Hi
Everybody,
everyone. Hi everyone.
yeah, Mrs. Amos, you have a lot of love going on the chat, so everybody's so excited to see you, and we love that. Even Elijah Ekundayo is here, Raphael, everybody's here.
Oh, Raphael. Hi, Raphael. Raphael is another mathematician. He's very good in maths too.
So you
Esther,
decided to send
Esther.
it to the mathematicians. Why didn't you send it to like other people, like other subjects that are not mathematics? Now you guys are going to start discussing difficult things here for that you don't understand.
Mathematics is like father of all subjects.
Okay.
So once you are good in mathematics, there is tendency because if you can spend time solve mathematics, if you can wake up in the morning, spend time, open textbooks, solve mathematics, there is tendency you have time to read other subjects. Mathematics is time. Mathematics takes time. Mathematics means interest. In fact, your attitude towards mathematics will determine your attitude towards other subjects, because there is always application of mathematics in all the subjects. So we are like father, grandfather to other subjects.
All
JB, hi JB, is my role model. Hi JB. Oh, I'm feeling myself.
I know, I can imagine. It must be very nice just seeing your kids and students here just celebrating you and stuff. I like how she froze nicely with a smile. Tonya, can you hear me? You froze there for a bit.
They're always supportive. I can hear you. Okay, good. I can hear you.
Okay, good. Let's talk about attitudes, because mathematics is one of those subjects that even if you don't like it, I like what you said. It is something that you have to like. It is a mother of everything. Even in other subjects, you're likely to interact with some calculation of some sort. Even if you say that you're only going to focus on religious education, the Bible there will start telling you that Jesus had 12 disciples. Jesus multiplied, like, I don't know, fish and bread and things. That is mathematics,
so many
right?
Things. Even the Bible itself, you have to open to verses that is labeled with numbers and all that. Without number, you can't get to the chapter or verse you are talking about.
Exactly. So in case there are people, in case there is somebody on the chat who is listening, and they are like, their attitude towards mathematics is like what I grew up with, like, and I'm using myself as an example because I don't know the others people's experience. For me, my attitude towards mathematics was very. I never used to like mathematics generally. But at least I passed my exams. I went to university and things like that. So for me, once I passed my exams, I was like, thank God nobody's going to ask me these things again. But as a teacher, as an educator, as somebody who has been in this field and you've specialized in mathematics education, how do you change attitudes and mindsets, especially of the young people towards mathematics, for them to be able to even see a future in it?
Okay, a well-trained teacher. First of all, you have to know that there is what we call individual differences.
Hmm.
Some people, their background, where they are coming from, and so many things might be their problem. You have to understand why that student that a teacher then do not give the person will I say the attitude of the teacher towards the child matters too, or the parents do not allow the child to do homework by themselves. You know, nobody, there are a lot of things that can make someone to just wake up and hate mathematics. Or maybe they
Hmm.
don't have good teacher then, because most schools, especially private school, they don't use qualified teachers. They just employ anybody they think that can teach mathematics and say, okay, be the class teacher. Okay, so all these things will contribute. Immediately the child gets someone that is well trained in that field. You first of all understand the child. Then if it is based on background, you have to start all over, because a child will have to count one before you count two. Then if it is that the child naturally, maybe my mindset is afraid of mathematics, there's what we call mathemaphobia. You have to start giving the child attitude, maybe use another side to teach. Method of teaching too matters. It's not the way
Hmm.
you teach so this person that you should teach this person. There are sometimes in the class I will look for someone that will come and solve on the board. Everybody will sit up. So immediately I tell you, be the one to solve tomorrow. Maybe that night you will not sleep. You start trying as much as possible to do something. Then if I or maybe you just, there's what we call reinforcement or motivation. Anybody that solve this math correct will get so 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 and so. Anybody that solve this math correct will, be the class captain. Just look for something that you use to motivate the child to pick up.
Hmm.
All of us in secondary school, especially we that went to public school, we were all not, as in, very friendly with mathematics. I also suffer something like that. But I have friends that at the end of the day will sit down and solve the math. I will not tell you that I learned mathematics from my teacher. I learned mathematics solving with friends. In my class, most people that I see here now, they have group. I group them. I make sure they form that group. Whereby someone that is very, very interested in mathematics will be among them. You see that in most cases, when you see them reading or doing anything, they're solving mathematics. So you can do it by motivating the person, encouragement to understand the person, and also bringing the person close to yourself.
I love
Thank you.
that. Yeah. And, when people think of a mathematics educator, usually they don't usually immediately think of emotional wellness, which is one of the things that is also very important for you as a content creator. What made you bring these two worlds together? For example, like, yes, you're a mathematics teacher, but when it comes to now issues such as emotional wellness, this is something I would expect to find from my CRE teacher, the religious education teacher, or maybe the guidance and
Yes.
counselor from the school is the one who will be maybe talking about emotional wellness, adolescence, teenage. How did you wander into this other topic that is treated as soft? The soft skills, the soft aspects that are not really as technical as mathematics. What made you like bridge into this other world?
Okay, the one I do on my channel. You
Yes,
mean what I
exactly.
do on my channel?
Yes.
Okay. If you are a mathematics educator, well trained mathematics educator, When we were studying mathematics education in school, we were not only taught to be teaching math, we were taught also to be a teacher. So in that aspect, psychology of learning, philosophy, and all that. So in the process of that, you see that you are being trained not just to go and teach mathematics, but also to, liaise with students, be close to students, know their problem. So when I was studying child development, that was when the knowledge of all the things I'm teaching students now on YouTube, that's where I acquired the knowledge actually.
All right.
So I don't want
And
it to just be teaching mathematics, other aspects that I learned, other knowledge I acquire. I don't want it to just go like that. So I have to put in that one too into students.
okay, I like that angle because and then if somebody, let me say, and I'm going to just ask this question: if somebody was to randomly ask you what you do, like let's just say removing the all these hats, and you just met a stranger and they were to ask you, Tonya, Mrs. Amos, what do you do? Like, what is that answer that when you give it normally surprises them when you tell them what you do?
Okay, sorry, I didn't get the question.
No, I was saying that in case somebody ever asks you what you do, what is that answer that normally surprises them, especially a stranger? Like, yes, you're a mathematics educator. You are also very passionate about teenage conversations, adolescence, emotional wellness. What is that answer that normally surprises them when you tell them what you do?
Once you tell someone as a woman that you teach maths, that in the thing surprises them. Even where I teach, once they employ a math teacher that is a man, he will look down on me that once he's a woman, or even parents sometimes they will ask, who is your math teacher? They say a woman. They will be like, a woman teaching maths. It might not be as serious as a man teaching math because they've labeled math like a difficult subject that only men should handle. So a woman is not taking maths. It doesn't
Tonya, we are losing you.
sometimes
Uh,
it makes sense to them. So sometimes
Tonya,
some
we
people
are
will first
losing you. Yeah. Okay. You broke off there for a bit. Just repeat that point you're talking about how men the male perception vis-a-vis a female perception of mathematics. Yes, you're back
like
now.
networking.
Uh
Oh, okay. I thought as
yeah,
much. I was saying maybe my network.
yeah. What you can do, you can turn off the video temporarily. Just turn off the video for now so that we can hear what you're saying. I will leave the screen on
I
your channel.
thought
Just
as
turn off
much.
the video. Yeah, just turn off the video temporarily. You can turn off your video so that we can just listen to what you're saying. I will leave the
Okay,
screen.
okay,
Yes. All right. Anyway, so you are saying just being
okay.
a female mathematics teacher is always a surprise. Yes.
So people don't believe that a woman can, because they've already labeled mathematics a difficult subject that only men can take. So once they see that you're a woman, not just a lady, a woman, the
Yeah.
thing will surprise them. Sometimes when they've not seen me in action, they will just say, that, well, how will she even have time? She's a woman, she's a mother, will she have time? Until
Mhm.
when they see me in action.
Nice.
Sometimes
And
some people will say, this she's even stronger than a man. Sometimes, so it surprises them to see a woman teaching math.
and speaking of being seen in action, one of your students says As her student, she makes the class lively by making us, the students, laugh. Her class is never dull, it's always lively. She's a funny teacher. She's a funny teacher. So already, one of your students is already like attesting to your skills, and a very good thing. That's a very good thing right there being said by one of your students. Never a dull moment. And even J squared agrees. J squared agrees as much. Yes, there's no dull moment with Mrs. Amos in her class. Tonya, how do you make your class? How do you make mathematics interesting? What are some of the skills? What are some of these things that you use to make people like J squared and J be very interested in the subject?
Okay, let me state here that one of my goals
Mm.
is to make mathematics accessible and enjoyable for all.
Did we lose you again? We lost you again, Tonya. I like how Miss TikTok girl is saying, "Dear Lord, please cover her Wi-Fi." Yes, even me, I'm praying for the same because the topic is so interesting, and the Wi-Fi sometimes is coming in the way. Joanne Parker, welcome, Miss Joanne. Nice to see you. Miss Joanne is another amazing teacher all the way from the States. Welcome, Joanne, and welcome to the Sunday service. It's so nice to see you, Joanne. Really such an honor seeing you here, and thanks so much for coming in. Bosede Joseph, thank you so much for the super chat. I am so excited to see my colleague and my YouTube student. Bosede Joseph, this is for you. Thank you so much for the blessing. Thank you so much for the blessing. We don't take it for granted. Thank you so much, Bosede. Appreciate it. All right. And if you have any question you want to ask Tonya, feel free to ask her. I'll be able to put the question there on the screen when she comes back, so that at least you guys are able to engage and interact. So let's make it interactive. Let me see. JB says, I think it's a gift. 100%. It's a gift for sure. It's a gift. I mean, I always say for you to make a student actually appreciate the subject, definitely you are gifted as a teacher, because teaching is also not like something that is for everybody, as most of us have learned in the last couple of Sunday service guests we've had on the stream. So as I wait for Tonya to get back, I'll just catch up on the chats real quick. Kelo TV, welcome, Kelo TV. Nice to see you, Kelo. Kelo, I don't know what happened to your live stream today. I don't know what happened to your live stream today. It was just buffering and then you disappeared. It was just buffering and then you disappeared. Joanne Parker says, "Thank you, host. You're most welcome. JP. Thank you so much for the kind words." Right. And then Jessica says, "I like the way you use real life scenarios to explain." Yes, it's important because that's how you knowledge is always assimilated. Let me wait for the teacher, Mrs. Amos, to come back on the screen. We're having internet issues, but you know what? We are going to make sure it works. We're going to make sure it works. The internet is not going to, the devil that is the internet problems is not going to be our portion. We are going to make sure that she comes back and we can continue with the conversation. Happy Sunday to you, Kelo TV. If there's any question you want to ask during this brief time as we are waiting for Tonya, feel free to drop it on the chat. I'll be able to put a star on it so that we can ask her. I know the stress. I know the stress of internet disappearing. I know what happens. Let me see. Right. Let's see. Okay, she'll be back shortly. I'll just try to confirm that she's okay. Raphael O'Malley, welcome, Raphael. Thank you so much for coming in, Raphael. I see you guys there. Let me come and drop some nice hearts there so that you guys can see me there on the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Raphael is in the building. And Kelo TV is also here, guys. That's an amazing content creator who can teach you a few things about making money on the YouTube streets. If you don't have Kelo TV, please make sure you connect. You can type Goga on the chat, or you can type the word count on the chat so that Nightbot can drop your link, and then you can be able to connect my people. And once again, guys, I take this chance to invite you over to an event I'll be hosting on the 2nd of November. On the 2nd of November, it will be a Sunday like today. On the 2nd of November, we are going to be having a royal gathering of everyone. It will be my birthday celebration, but I'm going to share this auspicious event with everybody. We are going to be celebrating this event on YouTube. So you are all invited for this royal gathering. The dress code is royal purple with a touch of gold. The royal purple with a touch of gold. And if you'll be coming up on the panel, please prepare an affirmation. Prepare an affirmation that you can share with the community. Prepare an affirmation that you can share with the community. When you share that affirmation with the community, is going to be something that you're going to share during the event. As you're thinking of the affirmation, I want you to reflect on something that a lot of YouTubers normally go through. A challenge. I don't want to call it a problem. Reflect on a challenge that a number of YouTubers usually go through, and then when you narrow into that problem, when you're coming on the panel on the 2nd of November, you're going to make a decree. You're going to make a decree on that problem. So speak to that common challenge that YouTubers normally face, and then offer a royal decree or affirmation at the end of your message. So for example, in case there's somebody who likes comparing themselves with others, you can say something like, for those creators who are listening to me and you're suffering the comparison plague, my affirmation to you is, your throne is unique. Do not covet the kingdom of another. Your voice, your style, your community, that is your superpower. So it can be something like that. That is, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it, because then it will become very difficult for you to join the panel. So in case you're thinking of the affirmation, make sure that you're part of that. Make sure that you're part of that conversation. All right, so that is the event that will be happening on the 2nd of November, and you're all welcome. It will be happening here on my channel. It will be happening here on my channel. Please keep time. The queen of ceremony is one person who is a stickler to time. So in case you miss the beginning, you'll end up asking yourself, what happened? What happened? What happened? Tonia is back. Tonia, let's see. Can you hear me? Welcome back. This Niger internet, the devil is a liar. This Niger, why do you not want Mrs. Amos to share her knowledge with us? At this point, I'm almost making it out. I'm making it a WhatsApp call. I'm almost making the live stream a WhatsApp call. If it refuses, we can end up doing the live on WhatsApp. Let's see. Tonia, I'm ready for you. Let me know. Yeah, we're having some internet connectivity issues, but let's see whether it works. Making money is the key. That is from Joanne Parker. And then Everything Africa with Omar says, it's really beautiful seeing her students cheer her up. It means she's a valuable tool in the world of education. That is it. I love that comment, Omar. That comment is everything. That's everything. That comment is everything. And then Omar says, if we have teachers who genuinely are passionate about what they do, we will have people who are masterpieces as graduates. And that will even have a ripple effect, especially on the next generation, because the next generation needs those educators who can inspire them to be able to embrace, some of these subjects, even as they take it into the workplace and into their different chosen vocations. And then JB says, indeed, she's valuable. Niger internet is the best. Everything Omar says. Is the birthday going to be on live stream? Yes, it's going to be here. It's going to be here on the live stream, exactly where I am. But that day I will not be talking. There'll be somebody in charge of the live stream, so I will just be seated like a guest that day. I will only come and talk later on when I'm announcing some winners and maybe giving my speech. Yeah. So I want to make it about. I want to make it about the community. So I will not be talking much that day. I will just be listening most of the time. I will be listening most of the time. Let's see. Tonya, when you are ready, we'll try a couple of times. Because it was just fine. When she was talking, I could hear her very well until it froze. This will work now. I'm optimistic. Tonya, are we back? Can you hear me, Abby? Tonya, can you hear me? I think you are now okay, but I think the sound is not coming out. Oh no, what happened again? Anastasia, blessed, thank you. Anastasia, I know Title Pro is there with a ninja so that I don't discuss his receipts, but I will discuss his receipts. Thank you for the reminder. Thank you for the reminder. Natechovi, welcome. Natechovi, you have been reported by SMS. Natechovi, what did you do to SMS, you and Maria? I want to hear those receipts. That's the first thing he came to report here, but he had to confirm that you guys are not on the chat. Let's see. Let me give Tonya a call, and then I'm coming back just now. SMS, Surviving Man Series. SMS, that's his name. That's the best way of shortening his name. SMS. Let me give Tonya a call, guys. I'm coming back. Anastasia, you are in charge of the chat. Anastasia, blessed, you are in charge of the chat. I'm coming back. Give me like about a minute. Let me check on Tonya. I confirm what is the problem, and then I will come back. Tonya, are you okay now? Tonya, can you hear me? I can hear you now.
I think so. Network is very bad. I don't know.
No worries. Is there a way we can... Yeah, don't worry about it. These things happen. Can you turn off the video a bit? Yes, I can hear you. Can you turn off the video a bit so that we see that it can... Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You can't hear me? We can hear you very well.
I can hear you. Okay, yes, I can hear you.
So Carry on with what you're saying. Carry on, and then we see how far it can take us. If not, we may even have to do a WhatsApp call so that we just use your voice. We can now hear you. We can see you. Tonia, can you hear me? Let's see. Tonia, maybe let me give you a call. Let me give you a call so that we see how we can solve this. If it persists, we can always like reschedule. It's not a problem. All right, guys, I'm back. So I'm with Tonia here, but we are thinking of making a decision of we can continue the live stream, but on WhatsApp. So WhatsApp seems to be more stable for her, so we're just going to use her voice. Just confirm whether you can hear me. Tonia, can you say something so that these people can confirm whether they can hear you?
Hi everyone.
Guys,
I can hear Goga from here.
Can you hear Tonia? Can someone just confirm whether you can hear Tonia, because I'm putting her on loudspeaker.
Hi everyone. Thanks so much for still being here.
Okay, they can hear you. Natecho V confirms that they can hear you. So I'm just going to leave you on my phone, and then you'll be on. You're next to my microphone. So I'm just going to leave you here so that we can continue the conversation from. We can continue the conversation from the phone. So guys, we apologize for this. These are things that are not in our control, but it's not going to stop us from making sure that the live stream continues. So if you can hear Tonya very well, yes, Kelo TV says yes, they can hear you very well. So I think I'm just going to leave it at that. So let's continue, Tonya. You are talking about like mathematics being mathematics seeing a woman or a female in the mathematics space is usually something that most people treat as a surprise. So so how do you handle this, especially you being a woman and being an educator who has really gotten an advanced degree even in mathematics education?
Okay, even when we were in school, thank you for the question actually.
Yeah.
Even when we were in school, you hardly see women or ladies going into mathematics education. So from school, even from school, in the class already, I'm already used to it. Once, I think you're just like 3 girls among boys, then studying mathematics. So they will always look down on us until maybe when they are test or exam. So I don't try since then. I don't try to prove a point or walk up to them and say, don't worry, I'm a woman. No, I'll allow you. The things I will tell you will come. Same thing in school. Among colleagues that are male math teachers, parents that have doubts or something like, I'll just leave them. They will take their time. With time, they will adjust. Because they don't need to prove a point. Your work will show them that they are actually doing what you're supposed to do.
Oh, nice.
So but sometimes it's annoying. Sometimes it's annoying because some will rub it on your face that you're a woman, what are you doing? Are you sure you can do this? You know, by the end of the day, they will still be the one that will say, thank God I followed you. Thank God I gave you that space to see what you can do. Yes.
Right. Mathematics sometimes also involves like a lot of the use of logic and structure. These are tools that you get from mathematics. You are in the space of trying to curate your channel to help families to communicate better. Can you just share with us an example of like how that would work? Logic and structure, which is from mathematics, and now you want families to like be better in how they communicate to each other. What would that look like in real life?
Okay, you mean how I communicate with mathematics or?
No,
I didn't get the question.
Like you see, your channel is you created your channel to help families communicate better, right?
Okay, yes.
Yes.
Yes. And with their teenagers, right?
With the teenagers, exactly. So I want to just have coming from your mathematics background where logic and structure is usually very important. Can you share with us a real life example of maybe how that would work? Like, just that transition, if possible.
It's actually not transition, like I said earlier. Okay, I'm teaching in a secondary school where I mingle with teenagers.
Yes.
I do things with teenagers. So apart from the fact that I learned psychology, child development, and all that in school, most of them will try. They prefer to confide in me as a teacher than their parents. I know what they pass through.
Nice.
And sometimes when you see that a child is not doing well, you approach them. You see that it's either coming from friends, that is where their low self-esteem comes in, or from their parents. Okay, that is mental health. So when you combine as a teacher, knowing what the students want and coming close to them, most times I will go as far as say, okay, let me see your parents, if the thing is coming from their parents. Or I will try as much as possible to talk the child out of that low self-esteem.
Okay.
I hope that answers your question.
It does, because I think you brought it out very nicely, especially from a teacher's perspective. And let's talk about motherhood, because you're as a mother, and you raising your kids. What is their attitude when it comes to mathematics generally, and parenting as a mathematics teacher? What does that look like for you? Before we get into the conversation around the teenagers.
Okay, let's come. Let me first of all say that it's actually not easy. If you are teaching in a private school, like let me take myself for instance, I'm taking SS1 to SS3. So that one alone is like heavy work on me.
Yeah.
So most times it will affect me at home. Then for my kids, most times I don't have time for them.
Oh wow.
I'll still create more time, yes. And I find it very difficult or very annoying when other children I'm teaching are doing well and my own child is not doing well in mathematics. So even themselves, they know that yes, if they don't do well in math, that our mommy will be angry. So sometimes they come to me, or sometimes they ask questions, but they just find a way to get it. Because to me, I believe that whatever I'm doing for others, the same should be done for my children. Okay, so for their own part, I try as much as possible to, help them, encourage them. But sometimes I don't have time for them, because in the process of trying to help other children, it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of energy. When I get home sometimes, I'm always tired.
Okay, I can imagine.
So that is one of the challenges I face.
Let's talk about you said you teach secondary schools, and these are technically teenagers. They're just transitioning into adulthood shortly, and that sometimes can come with its own fair share of challenges. If parenting was like solving a mathematics problem, and this is you, I want you to just answer this from the lens of a parent. If parenting was like solving a mathematics issue, what will be the question that every parent should know? Especially bear in mind that you're speaking to parents on the live stream who are mothers and fathers to teenagers. From your experience, from your perspective, if parenting was like a math problem, what would be the equation, and what should parents like really be aware of?
Okay, if parenting would be mathematics, I will give it algebra.
Algebra, huh?
Yes, I'll give it algebra. Algebra is a representation of numbers with alphabet. So each program will have its own alphabet.
You've gone back to find X.
I'll give it algebra, because from waking up in the morning, taking care of the children, if you not combine them very well, you will not get the answer to the equation. So I'll call it algebraic expression, algebraic equation. You have to you have to add some things together to get the other side. In algebraic equation, you have the left hand side and the right hand side. If you not plus or minus, multiply or divide the other side very well, you will not get the other side. Let me say this. Some parents focus on feeding their children, giving them money, paying their school fees, but that aspect of looking at what they are suffering from their education, and let's say their assignments, let me put it like that, their assignments, their homeworks, some parents don't have time for that. Coming to find out, because some of these students you see, they have different character, not the way they behave in school. The way they behave in school is different from the way they behave at home. Their behavior in school, if you compare the way they behave at home, you see they're doing some things at home to please their parents, but that's not who they are. They bring out who they are in school. So if you just concentrate on providing for them, what they call taking care of your children and parenting them, if you just concentrate on cooking food for them, putting in their bag for them to go to school, they're not checking their books. Not coming to school to find out how they are doing. They are not getting the other side of the equation. They are not just made up. Their body is not just to feed their body. They have mental health. They have their head to think of. In fact, there are other things, there are other aspects of their life that parents are neglecting. So by the time parents put one or two together to get the other side of it. It will not work. So that's why I label it algebraic equation.
I love how Natecho V on the chat says find your X. And once again, guys, if you don't have Tonia'sTalk, we are speaking to Tonia'sTalk. We got into internet problems, network problems, and that's why we are having this conversation now as a WhatsApp call. But I like how you guys say that you can hear her very well. So thank you so much for that confirmation. Stephen and Natecho V, I really appreciate that. Natecho V is asking you, Tonia, do you teach your kids at home too?
Yes, I teach my kids at home. I have at the time I discovered let me say this, as with my master's degree in mathematics, I teach children online and offline. So at the time I discovered that after teaching children in school, I come home again, I enter online. And it started to affect the time I have for my children. I say, no, I can't be making other children do well, whereas my own, they're not doing well. I have to create timetable. So before I sleep, I must check everybody's back to see if there is any way they did not do well in math. If I discover that there is any way you did not do well in math, I'll wake you up early in the morning. We'll start learning that topic. Yes. Just last week, I discovered that my daughter in SS3 is not doing well in binary. I spent the whole of last week teaching her the binary, all the basic operation, conversion in binary.
Yeah.
And the other one too, there are some aspects. You see that the assignment book, she failed, I think, some questions. I have to wake her up too. We start that one until. So when she came back on Friday, she showed me her textbook that she got 10/10, even the one that she didn't know before. So I was very happy. Yes, I create time to teach them. I search their bags before, even when they are sleeping out, I search their bags.
Nice.
So if I discover there is any, especially maths, so especially maths.
They cannot afford to embarrass you. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Stephen.
Once in the next thing you in fact, once there is a failure in their class in mathematics, they will first of all check my children own. So if my children fail the test too, they will be like, oh, yeah, I said this test is very, very difficult because even with the famous children fail this.
Okay. Stephen, thank you so much, Stephen. Stephen is asking about, Tonia is not monetized, but she has a buy me a coffee. You can see it on the screen that I'm displaying there on her channel, just where I am pointing, just above the subscribe button. She has a buy me a coffee page. You can buy her a coffee. She's working towards getting monetized, and that is why we are speaking to her today. And thank you so much, guys, for
Thank you
so much, guys, for the support you're giving Tonia. And I know you only have her voice, but I am glad that it's much better than StreamYard. StreamYard is very internet heavy, and Tonia, do you know you're the second person I've ever interviewed on WhatsApp? You are not. That's why I was able to think of it as a solution. So don't think it wasn't something that I made. It wasn't an equation or a calculation I made as I did not guess.
But it's still.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
I think the thing is contradicting what you said earlier that I am not good in mathematics. It takes someone that is very good in mathematics to come up with this idea. When it comes to mathematics, mathematics helps me to think critically. So contradicting what you said earlier.
Yeah,
you're actually good in mathematics.
Thank you.
There is aspect of mathematics you are good at.
Yeah, because I remembered we did interview Marlon. Marlon is the principal of the academy, and Marlon was having problems as well, and we just interviewed Marlon on a phone, and it was like a 3-hour conversation. Can you imagine? So, and it happened just on phone and things like that. But we miss your pretty face, but I'm glad we can hear you. And it's much better than the dropping on and off, and everybody can hear you very well. So
thanks so much.
So that's
Thank
a good
you
thing.
So much.
And thanks so much, guys, for the support you're still giving Tonia. Sandy, nice to see you. Thanks so much for that. You work very closely with teenagers, and that can be a whole puzzle, on its own. What is the one thing that parents particularly misunderstand about today's teenagers? Because you see them in school, you work with them in school. What is that one thing that you think parents misunderstand when it comes to raising teenagers?
They don't know that. Thank you very much for this question. Thank you so much. Parents don't know that their children, even at 9, is young adults. They watch films. They have friends, both in school and outside school. Most of the things they think their children don't know, they know.
Wow.
Most of the things they think that will not bother their children, it bother them. A child, I've come in contact with a child that I was teaching, and I discovered that her mind was not there. I just kept quiet. So in order not to embarrass the child, I asked the child to see me after class because I wanted to be angry. Why is it that I'm teaching you, you're not participating? Unlike me, I would have asked the child to come out and say what I said. But once he said I shouldn't bring the child out, I said, okay, let's go. Come and take me out. Everybody started laughing. So that's the way I make laugh, lively or something like that. When I now brought the child out, the child refused to say something, but after some, entering her and all that, she now told me that the father beat the mom.
Oh, wow.
So I think when the father was beating the mom, when they were fighting, the father concentrated on beating the wife, not knowing that the thing is affecting the child.
Oh,
they don't think that part. These are young adults. It bothers them too. And again, parents will just say, my child is just a child. So when a child comes to say, a boy is talking to me, they will just speak offense. They don't want to hear from them. And that's one reason, whenever I do this, my talk, I use teenagers. You see that most time they are the ones talking. They are the ones saying it. Because parents don't even know that those things they know. They know a lot of things. They are young adults. Most time they know more because we've been working for money tonight. These are the parents, children that have time. They have access to phone. They have time to watch television. They talk with friends and all that. So most times there are some things we don't even know. When I was discussing unhealthy and unhealthy relationship, if you watch, hello?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, if you watch unhealthy and healthy relationship, the video, you see that these children know more than most of adults. So they know when relationship is healthy. They know when relationship is not healthy. Let me use that as an example. Do you know that most parents, when they see a boy and a girl as friends, to them is an abomination. So most times it's even a girl that will corrupt a girl. And I ended that video by saying that for the fact that it's an opposite gender relationship does not make it wrong. And for the fact that it's the same gender relationship does not still make it right. Someone can be a boy and a girl and they are just friends. They are just ordinary friends. And someone can be boys and they're just corrupting themselves. So parents don't know that these children are young adults. There are some things they know that parents their parents don't know that they know.
Oh, wow.
So coming close to them, give me that chance. So sometimes I behave like them. Sometimes I'll come to school and I'll touch somebody, I'll start running, they'll start pursuing me. And they'll be like, hey, this woman play a lot. I play a lot. I have to behave like them so that I will get some things from them so that they will feel free to be with me.
That's true.
When I was growing up, nobody gave me that chance. You did not come close to my mother and tell her somebody is asking me out. In fact, for someone to even ask you out, they have committed sins.
Abomination, especially
my mother and say,
especially a black African girl. How?
Thank you.
Yeah.
So in fact, sometimes parents will call me. I don't know what's wrong with my daughter. See her behavior. Then when you talk to that child, I see that it is the stage. It is the stage. Allow her to do that, but make it as a guide her so that she won't do it in a very wrong way.
Okay.
Recently, I noticed that my daughter likes wearing short mini skirts. That's okay.
How old is your daughter?
She's 11. She's 11.
Okay.
And so she goes to school now, so she see other girls. I said, okay, you want to be wearing mini skirt now? I say, wow, maybe because you have fine legs. You started fine. Do you know that? Do you know that if you keep showing them your fine legs, they will get used to it, and they will not, take it as anything again. You understand? So just cover the legs. That at least let them be like, I want to see this leg. She said, I say yes. If you keep showing them the leg, you will not be anything again. In fact, there's tendency that something might even bite the leg and you're not going to be fine again. But then at one time, if you wear mini skirt, my mother will see the skirt, she will burn the skirt, she will do this, she will do that, and she will not consider the fact that you're a girl, that you have friends. In my world, there are, in fact, some thoughts will be in your mind. You want to do guys. Girls like doing guys. So if I even see them, I hail them very well. But I have to correct them. Okay, can you do it like this? Can you do it like that? After you have finished showing them and laughing over you, they will listen to you.
You raised something very important there in terms of and I think I like how you gave an example with your daughter and her miniskirt escapades. One of the reasons and one of the struggles, and I remember being a teenager, we used to just getting that, building that confidence sometimes never used to be very easy, because teenagers compare themselves a lot. You're looking at the other kid and maybe they are coming from a better or a well-off family. And maybe you have some certain struggles at home. But Tonia, you are a teacher, you are teaching secondary school kids at an age where we have social media as well. These kids have phones. So social media also makes it very easy for these kids to compare experiences, and they're like, oh, but I've seen so and this is what they are doing online. And sometimes it's not even social media, always say social media is just like, social media people show things that they want you to see, but it may not even be the reality. Yeah. So how do you help the teenagers that you interact with build their confidence and emotional intelligence, especially in this age of social media? Tonya, did you get me? Tonya, are you there? I think we lost you for a bit.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear. Yes. I don't know that you got my question. Did you get my question?
No. I thought
Tonya, did you get my question?
Okay, sorry, please just come again.
Okay, I was asking you.
I didn't get your question. Just come again.
No.
At the time, the call was.
Okay, I was asking you.
No, I didn't, but I can hear you now.
Okay, good. I can also hear you now. I think you got a call or something, so that's why maybe it interrupted. So I was saying that we are living in the age of social media where teenagers like comparing a lot based on what they see online. How do you help teenagers build their confidence and just emotional resilience, especially in the age of social media? Because growing up, I remember when I was a teenager, I used to compare myself a lot with my fellow students. But now you have social media, which now is a different equation altogether. If you have to think of algebra, you add social media to that equation, now that complicates life even more. So how do you help these kids build their confidence in the age of social media? Tonya, did you get me? I just heard you laughing.
Okay, for the ones that talk to them, nobody in this way.
Okay.
Yes, I get you.
Okay.
I get you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Carry on.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
You hear me, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, I've talked to anyway. Okay, but you know that no twins, they have slight or even more difference between them. So your body image and my body image will never be the same. When I was talking about body image, you will hear some of my students saying that the pet is figure 8. So I was not asking them which one is figure 8. So if they in fact they analyze it more than I even thought I know before then. Okay, so I know them that God, in fact, everything in this world have different shapes. The trees have different shapes. Even mango trees. It's mango trees, but they have different shapes. So, so you cannot be like another person. You see that one you are. If you maintain it very well, people will admire you. And those people you see on the social media and all that, they are not being their true self. They are entertainers. They have to dress for it to entertain you. In their house, where they can't be like that in their house. Let's take makeup for instance. When you are going out, you wear makeup. When you know you are going to face the crowd, you wear makeup. But at home when you want to sleep, I don't know. I don't think everybody wears makeup and move around the house. So don't judge with what you see on the screen. They still have their own flaws, just like every other person. And it's when you call it a problem, that is when it becomes problem. I remember in JSS1, as if just last week, I gave my students example of what happened when I entered JSS1. Because some of them are complaining that their classmates do bully them, use abusive words, insult what they're wearing and all that. And I gave them instance that when I entered JSS1, my parents were civil servants. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So my parents were civil servants, and when you are dealing with civil servants, they will answer you only when the month ends. Between the month, nobody will answer you, or within the month, nobody will answer you, except at the end of the month. And it happens that I got admission around middle of the month, so they couldn't get me school bag. My father gave me suitcase. And the area I'm going to school is where you see children of rich men. They are different kind of beautiful bags and all that. So only for me to enter class the same day. Immediately I enter class, everybody started laughing. With my big suitcase, just as when I was still very small. With my big suitcase and all that, they started laughing. Some people were calling me barrister, some people were laughing at me. Oh, this one suitcase. This one is traveling bag. In fact, even when it was time for break, I didn't go outside. I was feeling so bad. Immediately took dismissing that day I went home. And I told my mother, I'm no longer going to school until when you provide me a school bag. My mother said, what happened? And I explained to her that when I entered with the suitcase, that they started laughing at me. My mother and I said, what exactly did they tell you? I said they were calling me barrister, insulting me. Yes. And you felt bad. I say yes. Say, hey, that's why they kept insulting you.
Yeah.
Go back again. If they call you barrister, raise your hand and say, you, how are you? Any case? And I said, okay. I went back the next day. He said, just change whatever that insulting you. Just change it with jazz. Turn it to the joke. Then when I entered class the next day, I couldn't wait for them to call me the name because I have wait the answer to give them. When I entered class, I discovered that when they saw me coming, someone has already drawn me on the board.
Barrister.
Put my name here, barrister. Barrister great.
Yeah.
So immediately I just entered class, they started again. Then I did exactly what my mother told me. And the whole class kept quiet. They like, what are you feeling like? People will call you barrister. I say, yes. Bring it to my table. I can take care of it. And since that day, they did not insult me again.
Oh, wow.
I told my class, is when you start feeling bad for what they are calling you or the names they are giving you, that's when they will do it the more.
Makes sense.
So I advise them, appreciate the way you are. If someone that started saying figure 8 is the best and everybody is now focusing on figure, but the person before, that's not it's when you are fat, people will say yes, you are feeling well, you are healthy. But now, someone else came up with 3 feet is the best. Everybody is rushing to the slim now.
Yeah.
So your own body structure, appreciate it. God knows why he created you like that. Look for something that will fit. Everybody's structure has the clothes that will fit them. Wear what will suit your structure so that you won't keep copying people. You will want to copy somebody's dressing. You have to be like that person. You have to look like that person. That's why in the case of this is what I order and this is what I got. If you go for your body structure and wear clothes that will fit your body structure, you won't have issue of low self-esteem and all that. Thank you.
There's a mom who is listening to you right now, Tonia, and you are a mother, you are a teacher, you are an educator. If there's a mother who is listening to you right now and they are struggling to connect, let's say with their teenager in that house, it's a Sunday, so most of them have these kids in the house. Where should this mother start? Just that connection with your teenager, because I like the aspect to say that, most parents misunderstand that, these kids they're young adults. They know things, they're picking stuff. It's just that, of course, they've not reached the age of majority to be able to get an ID and things like that. Where should this mother start just to start that journey of connecting with their teenager?
Okay, thank you very much for this question. As a mother, let's first of all remember that you were a teenager before you become a mother, right?
That's a nice one, yeah.
If you look back when you were a teenager, you see that there are a lot of things our parents were doing that you would have loved them to do it the other way around. That is number one. Number two, stop shouting. We mothers are talented in shouting. Every small thing you shout. Every small thing you shout. So we already know that whatever you hear us do, whatever you see us do, you must shout. So we do so that you will not shout. So stop shouting first.
Tonia, you are telling Tonia, you are telling African mothers not to shout.
Yes, they need to calm down.
Hey.
There is this challenge I posted on my WhatsApp sometime ago. I said, this week, our challenge this week is not to shout in the morning. Even though I still, even me that posted it, that it becomes somehow. So stop shouting. If you stop shouting, you will hear them.
Wow.
If you calm down, you will hear them. Do you know that? Okay, imagine a child that was bullied in the class, or shamed in the class, coming home, maybe sitting to think about her life. And you came in as a mother, discovered that she's still wearing her school uniform, have not watched the place. You start shouting upon the one, on top of the one she passed through in school. You see that you're not helping matter. You're even worsening you.
Yeah.
So first of all, calm down. You know what, space? What happened? It's not like you. You will not hear her say, Mom, if you see what I passed through in school today. Or if you start shouting, in fact, we'll do it as much as possible that we'll say, don't shout, don't talk when I'm talking. Even when the child says, excuse me, you collect clap. So please, let's keep that shouting down. If you just discover your child is an adolescent, teenager, start tuning it down. If you can shout at someone that is 3 years, because those ones, they don't hear words. But once you discover that your child is approaching that adolescence, just calm down first. Make them your friend. I used to tell my children that the only person that can love you free of charge is your mother. And when I mention it sometimes, somebody will say, hey, this is not my kind of mother. Not my kind of mother. That don't get love, you don't get joy at all. So, and someone is telling you that the mother don't get joy. That one, you don't get joy at all. You don't even want to hear anything. You see that something is not right.
Speaking of shouting, there's somebody shouting there behind you. Let's talk about wellness and self-care, because it's also very important for you. And going back to these mothers that you are saying, you are telling the mothers stop shouting and just so that your child can listen to you. You also emphasize on mothers staying fit and healthy while supporting their families. Why is this important?
Mm. Okay, as a mother, you know that, let me be sincere with you, mothers, especially the ones that are working, we do a lot of things, we face our family, and most time we forget to take care of ourselves. That's why before you see a mother having time, most mothers, because some are doing it, some are taking care of themselves. Before you see a mother coming down, is when they are sick. They now go to hospital. They say, watch your BP, watch your sugar level, do this, do that. Ordinarily, only one we think about is families, children, work. So in that aspect, I try to advise mothers before, like me now, before I leave the house every morning, I must do little of. In fact, I must do exercise at least 20 minutes, no matter how late.
Nice.
I'm going in that morning. I must try as much as possible to do exercise. Before I would sleep like 30 minutes. But because of the work I have now, I don't have time to sleep again, but I will definitely do exercise in the morning. And sometimes you just spend time, just even if it is 10 minutes, think about yourself. Because we don't have time for ourselves. We're always having time for family, children, and all that. You just take care of yourself. Sit down and think about what would I do to take care of myself. Because at the end of the day, if anything happens to you, life will go on.
That's true.
And they need you. They need you alive. So working out is in fact number one for mother. Sometimes you tell a mother to work, I say at my age. Most of them at my age. But it's not necessary you do workout. Even if you just walk for 30 minutes in the morning or run or just do small exercise in the morning, then take your water. Come like this shouting too also increase someone's BP. Shouting at the kids also increase someone's BP.
Yeah.
So that is the advice I would give mothers. Take care of yourself, yourself first. Because if you are working, it's just like using a car without servicing the car. So that is that.
That's true. What is that one and you can answer this maybe as a mother. What is that one small daily habit that can help mothers maybe feel more balanced physically and emotionally? I like what you said about it's as simple as stop shouting, because that is your blood pressure going up, Are there any other daily habits? Because I know shouting and everything Africa with Oma is agreeing with me that African mothers particularly are wired to be screaming and shouting. Any small thing, they literally scream on top of their lungs at you. But is there like a habit that you'll recommend for especially mothers to feel more balanced and, physically, emotionally in that respect?
Okay, just like I said earlier, waking up, say like 5 to 10 minutes, think about how you are going to take care of your life, meditate, take your water in the morning, early morning water, do little workout. Then another thing I will, because in the process of taking care of family, I discovered that most mothers don't read. Most people that have the phone, they will just go straight to Facebook in the morning or TikTok in the morning. They should have book by their side. Like me now, I don't know if people know things fall apart. I started reading things fall apart now. Every day I must read one chapter. I'm in chapter 5 now.
Nice.
So no matter what happens, I will just create like some minutes. We won't pass 30 minutes. Read one chapter. Write down some things that I will learn from them or have learned from them. Then read your Bible and all that, or whatever that is giving you, you can get strength. So in the process of reading all these things and doing exercise, it helps your mental health. Exercise is very good. It helps your mental health. Okay, and just avoid trouble, in fact.
I love that.
Avoid trouble.
I love something as, and Dr. Stella says this is really encouraging. I like something as simple as reading something and not just running to social media, because even the modern world nowadays, we wake up and the first thing we are doing is running to the internet without even just taking that moment to, and I do remember growing up and, you used to wake up and you're told pray. It was something as simple as prayer becoming a daily habit. and then you're told now go and brush your teeth, dress up, and things like that. So I like how you're even bringing the aspect of reading as a way of making sure that and I like, I was reading a quote this week, and somebody was saying that the things you do in private, they normally manifest in public. Like, for example, if you read a lot, it will manifest in your conversations with people.
Yeah.
Because you are reading, so you are likely to be speaking differently because you're speaking from a place of knowledge. So I think I do love that. I do love that thought. Tonia, for yourself, you are a teacher, you are a mother, you are a teenage, like you're playing very many roles. You're like a counselor. How do you personally manage how do you personally manage to pour into others without running empty yourself? Because you also have to deal with your boss in addition to dealing with the kids after a long day. Your husband is there. There's a lot that goes on in your life, but how do you manage to stay sane without running empty?
Yeah, thank you so much, Goga, for this question. I will not lie to you. Sometimes it's tiring, it's making me go mad sometimes. But I surround myself with positive people. Sometimes I'll call these teenagers, the students in my school. I give them work to do. I give them some of my work to do because I coach them well. In that aspect, they're helping me. When it comes to this teenage stuff that I do on YouTube, most times I'll just write out what I want to say to them. There's someone to help me develop this topic. I give it like 5 people.
Nice.
So they will be the one writing what they think they know about it. So sometimes I use people around me. And I train my children in anything that they are there. So that if I'm not there, I can just call them, do so and so, they will do. Then in my school, I have colleagues that are, in fact, I can't thank God enough for much colleagues.
But
they are very, very helpful. Yeah, Miss Bostede. Miss Bostede is number one. Miss Bostede is actually God sent.
Miss Bostede called you. Miss Bostede called you her YT student.
But that's who I am. I'm her student actually.
Yes.
So when she wanted to stop, I was telling her, please don't stop because you are one of the people that motivates me to do this work. My work is actually not easy. I teach every day. When I say I teach SS1 to SS3, they are both, all of them are two arms. There have never been any day that I come to school and I say this period I'm not in the class.
Wow.
I said all the periods in school to school closes, and I still have my lessons to do. I still have online classes to attend to and all that. So it's tiring sometimes. But what I will not want to compromise is taking care of myself. At least squeeze out time to take care of myself. The only thing that sometimes want to discourage me is what is coming in. But I'm not doing it most times because of what is coming in. That's what is still keeping me in that field. When you work as a teacher I don't know whether it's the same with other African countries, in Nigeria, especially private school, your input, you don't expect your input to be the same thing with whatever that will come out of this. So, but those children, having those children around me, having positive people around me, people with positive vibes around me, and what I read every day, and by the special grace of God, I'm doing it, and I'm surviving.
I like that.
Thank you, Goga.
And thanks so much, everyone, for supporting Tonia. We are doing very well, and don't worry, we have like a couple of more questions to go for her. And please keep supporting her. If you have not connected to our Sunday service co-host, the link is pinned up there. It will take you over to her live stream. Make sure you connect with her so that at least you can be part of this beautiful. She's not just an educator. As a mathematics educator, but she's also like a mentor to like a lot of parents and teenagers. If you're a mother, if you're a father and you're raising a teenager like Marcus, welcome Marcus, and I'm really looking forward to having you at my birthday party. I see Sandy, thank you so much for that. Thanks so much for that heart and saluting everybody. if you don't have Tonia, make sure you're part of that beautiful community so that you can support this journey towards like reaching teenagers and their parents. It's really important. And just maybe segue into like maybe now the channel and you've taught mathematics, Tonia, and this is something that you've studied and it's what you do for like living. You are guiding teenagers, you are mentoring mothers. What is the one common thing? Like normally, what is the one common denominator that ties all your work together? And I like all these questions today. I just like feeling mathematical, even when I'm asking them. I'm like, did I just say common denominator, LCM? Yeah, yeah. So you teaching math, you're guiding teenagers, you're mentoring mothers. What's the common thread that ties all these things together? What is the one thing you see as a like a trend or even a common thing in all these activities?
Okay, that connect being a mathematics teacher and
Yes.
will I say teen navigator?
Yes, that thing.
Okay, it's just me being a mother teaching math. It's just me being a mother teaching math. Being a mother, I teach math. I also have knowledge of taking care of children of that age. So I can tell you as a mother that have students or teenagers around me, I know most of the things that they pass through, and also know how to take care of them when it comes to mathematics. And also I represent a mother. So I think that motherhood is just that common, the LCM, like you said, that connects being a mathematics teacher, talking to mothers, and also being a teen navigator.
Right. I like that. I love the word teen navigator. Emen Deritu, welcome. Nice to see you, brother. How are you doing? Teen navigator. That's a very beautiful way of putting it. One of the things, and I'm sure you have thought about, is as a teacher and even as a mother and even as a teen navigator, as you put it, is how we teach the next generation and of the kids. In case if there's one thing that you could change in the education system on how we teach these young people, what would that be? Because I do know, like, we cannot approach education the same way our parents probably approached education back in the day, because things have changed. The world is different. You cannot look at it from the same lens on how our parents even approached parenting. So what is that one thing that you change about how we teach or raise the next generation?
Okay, making it look like well, guys say there is I don't want to use war. There is a bridge between teachers and students. And that's what I would change. I think let that gap close. I try to close that gap.
Yes.
Allow yourself, as in humble yourself. Bring down yourself. Not that you're going to rubbish yourself before students. Bring down yourself so that, as a teacher, so that children will first of all see you as their own.
I like that.
Let students look at you as their own. If you see the way students talk to themselves and ask themselves questions, they withdraw when it comes to asking teachers questions. But if you allow yourself to make yourself available for the students, let it not look as if they are, I don't want to use word, let me keep using bridge between teachers and students. So when they have problems, they can approach you. When it's time for asking questions, they will ask the question, and they will not fear whether you are going to correct them or not. So that the method of the teaching, the way some teachers react to students, especially when they ask foolish questions. Students too can ask foolish questions. You pretend that you don't know that. You can actually pretend that you don't know that question is foolish. So it can be talking from morning till night and be telling the A plus A is equal to 2A. You write it on A plus A is equal to 2A.
Yeah.
You repeat over and over again, and a child will stand up and ask you, "Ma, what is A plus A?" It happens.
It happens. It happens.
So yes. And you know that you first of all think, if it is my mate that asked me this question, how will I react? Okay. So if you react as if the person is your mate, it might not put fear in order. So if you just say A plus A, you say, you can actually say A plus, if the child receives it again, knowing fully well that thing is written on the board, you can actually ask the boys or the child to come out and, use the same method you use to teach others. That's what I use now. If I'm teaching and you keep asking questions that, you are not supposed to ask because it's what I've been repeating, I will give this marker, come out and explain this thing. And you see that the child knows it, you just want to ask questions.
How easy?
So that bridge between students and teachers, we can close it.
Yeah.
They just pretend that, make teachers and students rapport. That's what I will change. There will be rapport between students and teachers. Not that you're going to bring yourself and rubbish yourself before the students, but there will be rapport, especially when you are teaching. You can do it while teaching. After teaching, you just carry yourself off where you are.
Yes, I like that. So that bridging of the gap between educators and also their students, and and that makes, I think, even the teaching environment more interesting, and there'll even be like a lot of interest from the teenagers to at least learn more. Your channel, what was the motivation for you to start Tonia'sTalk? And I know Bosede has been a very crucial part of that journey. But what was your motivation to start Tonia'sTalk, and how is your experience so far? Because this is another hat you're now wearing, in addition to being a teen navigator, mathematics educator, mother, wife. Now you are a YouTuber, whether you like it or not. So different algebra is still happening here. So what was your why? What was your why when you started YouTube? Because that is like finding why now. Why YouTube? And what has been the experience like?
Okay, let me start with why. Okay, before I even venture into YouTube, which was introduced to me by the Bosede.
Yeah.
On those days in my school, there's lots of cross-gender assembly. And I discovered that students like it when I talk. And I don't dodge. Like most times, if they share topic for female teachers to talk to students on Thursdays, I think, you see some people saying, "Please help me and talk, please help me and talk." I keep helping teachers and I keep, featuring almost all every Thursday. And I'm already used to it. So once if I say I'm not going, see some students will be taking me, say, "I want you to come and talk, I want you to come and talk." So I'm already used to talking all these things during gender assembly. Then when Miss Bosede introduced me to YouTube, they say you must do something that you have passion for. You have to do something that even if you don't have any, have something to expose. I said the only thing I can do very well is this particular thing I do on Thursday, or teaching maths. So I think I tried teaching maths. Then all of that, I see myself keep producing or making videos on about teenagers and all that. So that's what motivated me to venture into posting on YouTube and all that. For my experience so far, what will I say? It's not like people like you and Miss Bosede and so many other people, and there is this man, Steven. Steven has been very helpful. Even when nobody is coming to my life, Steven will be there.
Steven is actually here. Steven, my house key.
Okay, Steven is here.
Yeah, he's on the chat. He's listening. He's on the chat. He's talking about how he failed. He's talking about how he failed. He's talking about how he failed algebra. So.
And A lot of most of both today's friends, like Oma, I think her name is Everything Oma, something like that.
Everything Africa with Oma, yes.
Yes, she too, she helped me a lot. Then most Kenyans, Natecho, I think I've been hearing Natecho on this chat.
Yes.
Natecho also is helping. Most of them, even when there's nobody, nothing to talk about, because I'm building my watch hour and it's not helping. And I can remember you coming up on my live and you told me that, Tonia, I gave you 1 week. Make this your subscribers be 1,000. I was like, hey God, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's only that I would like to say prophecy. You prophesize, but I'll call it prophecy, because how can you just give someone that is in 500 or 600 and all of a sudden, when I say if admin is doing Jesus Christ, I'll say you perform miracles. And before that 1 week, I reach 1,000 something. So it's people like you and that keep hitting me. In fact, sometimes I'll just feel discouraged, because even the watch hour I have a short video is going out. Because last week that Ms. Bosede was telling me that after 6 months, that watch hour, the YouTube will give you 6 months to complete watch hour for short videos. Then you have completed 6 months and it's not reached, so they are taking out the watch hour. For the long video, I'm not really 600.
Tonia, before you finish that thought, you just got a raid from Kanini Kanene. So I want you to acknowledge the raid. You got a raid from Kanini Kanene. Kanini Kanene is celebrating her birthday today, so maybe you can also say something about her birthday. Kanini Kanene.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, so Kanini Kanene sent you a raid, and she says we love people and supporting them is our happiness, Tonia. Kanini Kanene birthday raid. So thanks so much, Kanini Kanene, and happy
birthday to you, Kanini.
Happy birthday.
Happy beautiful birthday to you, Kanini. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. Thanks for your support. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming in, even when it's your birthday. Before I'm supposed to come and celebrate you.
Yes,
on your own channel.
The other way around, yes.
But you are here to support me. Thank you so much. Many more beautiful years ahead. When you rate my channel, that is how God will raise more blessings into your life. Many more beautiful years ahead. Have fun. But throughout this week, you should be celebrating birthday. Gifts will be coming, blessings will be coming, open doors, and so many more. Whatever that is your heart desire, may God double it for you.
And
in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. And she said, amen, let it be so. You just reminded me something that I wasn't aware, that I gave you an ultimatum to get 1,000. This is the problem with me. Sometimes I give people like very difficult assignments on YouTube and I never remember them, but for some reason they do follow up on them. Now you're at 2.5K. How did you feel? Like getting 1,000 subscribers is a big deal, Tonia. Now you're at 2.5K. Now you're like working towards your WH. How was that experience like for you? Just knowing that 1,000 people are like connected to your channel. How was that like? And how did you get there? Like, how did you meet how did the prophecy get fulfilled so fast?
Okay, like I think I was either 700 or 600, and he gave me that prophecy, like I said, to get to 1,000. The next time you are coming, I should be in 1,000. And I made one simple shot. I didn't even take serious. I just design it and post. That's how this shot keep giving me subscriber. The shot gave me like 1,000 something subscribers.
Wow.
And within how many days I reached 2,000 something subscribers. I was like, is that how the thing works? So that's why I say it's prophecy and it came to pass. Please prophesy on my watch hour.
How many WH do you have?
Okay, I have 538.
Okay, so and you do live.
Yesterday that I checked. Yes.
And you do live streams every morning, because I see you every morning when I'm preparing for work.
Yes, I do like. Just that sometimes I will not even see anybody at all.
I know, because I think sometimes the time, and then I think also because I think usually that time in the morning, I know you don't get a lot of people, because even me, I do like live streams in the morning when I'm doing my yoga sometimes. but I normally don't do them for people I know. I normally just do it for my personal purposes. And it's okay because you see, even if Steven is the only one there, even if Natechovi is the only one there, even if me, I pass by there briefly, it is still better than, at least you have a time that you show up, and that's, you need to just be very keen on that time that you normally show up. And then even these things like the raid really help a lot, because then you can it's somebody like, if you can send in the people who are on her live stream, that already gives you some bit of watch hours, because she threw people, instead of ending the live stream, she threw people over to your live stream to give you that bit of support.
Thank you so much, Kanini.
Yeah.
Another.
So if I'm not going to prophesy, but you are doing well. 500 is not bad, so you only need 2,500 WH. I think you can achieve that before the year ends. It's possible.
Amen.
The beauty with you showing up on live streams daily is because the algorithm normally promotes like those live streams at some point. There's a week, Tonya, you're going to be finding you have over. Now you're complaining about not having people watching. There's a week you're going to be having over like 50 people watching. That week, make sure you show up daily. Don't even skip, because the algorithm has a way of promoting live streams for like a week and then it disappears. But if you keep showing up, it will like say this one is always like coming up here, so they will find a way to like promote your live stream when you are there for that week. Yeah, so I think you'll be able to get your all your watch hours by the end of the year. That one I think I can see it happening.
Okay, thank you so much. So another challenge I normally have is big challenge I'm having now. Network. My network is always bad. Okay, so when I got the check, they discovered I was my device. So, and I can't say let me stop until when I get device. I don't even know when I'm going to get the device. So I keep managing it like that. Then another one is that I was thinking that she was one that introduced me to buy me coffee. She was even the one that set it up on my channel.
Oh, nice.
So I was so happy. I was thinking, is that easy? And I can tell you that it was only Steven that clicked on that link and actually bought me a coffee. And since that time till now, I think it was about over 5 months. I've actually seen someone that even out of it or click on it, even when I put it on. And that week, I was so happy because I've already told me that I think that was my birthday month or week. That I was not going to stream this week, but I'm already out of that and ran out of that and all that. And boom, from nowhere. That's why I always revert Steven. He did not know what he did for me that period.
Oh wow!
I was able to get data for more more live streaming and all that, because YouTube drinks data. I don't know. It drinks data. What post that you do like this, you will not see your data again.
Yeah.
So God is faithful.
Yeah, and
that's when I know that God actually don't want me to quit the YouTube, because I said if I'd not seen money to buy data, I would just rest. All of a sudden, from nowhere. Then I don't not really know Steven very well, but I know I used to see him on today's live stream, and he started coming to mine and all that. And from nowhere, I was so happy. So that is the challenges I can remember now. The Nigerian life again. Sometimes they will tell you like stream when people will be online, maybe in the night, and you wake up to live stream, you will not see light. So, and you can't stay in the dark and be answering people. So that's why I think most times in the morning when I've gone to school, because our life here is an issue. A lot of issues, but these are a lot of challenges, but these are the ones I think I can remember for now.
Okay, that's okay. And don't worry about the chat. One day you'll remember these challenges and you'll be like, you are glad you did not give up on yourself, because now you have a channel that has 2.5K. You just started out the other day, so it's not been long, and you see you already seen some results there. So I think hang in there. What do you expect more to see as your channel grows, as you navigate towards your watch hours, towards monetization? what should we expect to see in the future as people are supporting you, or maybe the audience that you're trying to target? What are some of the things that you're exploring, in the channel as part of content?
Okay, as in what they will see me doing in future.
Yes, it can be in future. It can even be a project you're working on. It can be something that you're planning to do on the channel. Those kind of things.
You know, okay, thank you very much. I would like to take this beyond just posting videos. I want a situation whereby I will be doing live streaming and parents, teenagers will be watching me, talk about topics, they ask questions and I'll be answering them. I'll be very happy to see that situation whereby on a live stream like this, I'll just post a topic and teenagers will, rush in, parents, and they'll be throwing questions and I'll be answering them. That's what I would like to see myself do in future.
I love that. Even interviews, like you can be. I mean, the channel is called Tonia'sTalk, so I like even the name of the channel already, because it's already giving you a signal on some of the talks you can be having with this segment.
Yes, thank you very much.
And you're right, because
just like this opportunity you gave me today, I don't even know what it did for me. This opportunity you gave me today, in fact, I don't know how to do it.
I know.
Would I say you just did one of the most important things that I've been praying God to do for me. The way you ask me questions and I'm answering in live stream is part of the things that gives me joy. So thank you very much for this opportunity. I don't take this opportunity for granted.
No, you're most welcome, because for me, anytime I think of bringing somebody at the Sunday service, I do know they have content to share with the world. And that's why I'm always like, you may feel like nobody is watching, but sometimes I'm like, this person has something going on, and that time I think I was on your live stream in the morning, and you told us you are talking about your qualifications, being a maths educator. That really resonated with me, because I remembered I didn't really exactly have a good relationship with mathematics, but these are a good person to have at the Sunday service to come. And sometimes it's just something that's just the nature of content creation. Sometimes even there may be topics that you're not comfortable about, but if somebody is an expert in that, I will bring the expert to come and talk about it, because even me, I don't understand it. And I think that's how we grow as content creators. The fact that you can accommodate an opinion that may not be very popular with you, it also opens an opportunity for people to actually interact with that person. So I think I see more Tonia's talk shows, I see interviews, I see collaborations happening around teen health, awareness. You capture things like body image issues. These are things that a lot of people go through. Like, most people are not even confident in showing up on YouTube alone. Because they're not that confident to show themselves or their body, and those are things that I think you can easily capture from your experience and perspective. And thank you for agreeing to thank you for agreeing to show up even despite the internet problems at the beginning. You see, we have done very well. We just hit 2 hours, by the way. Yeah, so just so you know, we've just hit 2 hours.
Wow.
I'm going to ask you a fun question before I ask you the my final 2 questions, and then we can let you do your call to action. Fun question. What is the one mathematics truth that perfectly describes life? One mathematical truth that perfectly describes life as we know it. You can take your time. It can be even 1 + 1 = 11.
Okay, wait. Let me get the question before I answer.
What is the one mathematical truth that perfectly describes life? From your perspective, it doesn't need to be like a real thing. It's just It's just a fun question.
Okay, that mathematics is abstract in nature.
Mm-hmm.
But it's truth. Mathematics is actually abstract in nature. That is the truth.
And that is life in general, actually, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Because that's why most times if you are teaching math, you're expected to go with something to describe it. But there is what we call ethnomathematics. Ethnomathematics is where nature and mathematics meet. The relationship between nature and mathematics. That is ethnomathematics. Okay, so nature will like they help mathematics to, go far away or make it concrete.
Ooh. Okay.
So the weather math is abstract in nature. Yes, it's actually abstract in nature. So they think of the calculus. Although calculus still have little algebra in it. So you look at calculus, you are giving a child is an equation to differentiate or integrate.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have anything that will, help the child to, something that the child knows before have gone around to help. So when it comes to that aspect, you see that mathematics are actually abstract in nature and it affects a lot of people in life. But there are still aspects of mathematics that you can use nature or things around you to comprehend or show people. Yeah.
I love that. I love how you used to, because guys, you see, this is a very educated and smart teacher. Instead of she just brought out that aspect of abstractness of life and mathematics, and you mentioned calculus, and that is a word that I'm normally so scared of. But I thought of probability as well, because it's something that you apply even in a day-to-day life. I thought of measurement, I thought of time, I thought of distance. These are things we interact with on a day-to-day life. They may be abstract in mathematical terms, but they're the truths of life, because you can't live without them. So that came out very nicely, by the way. That came out very nicely. Two more questions for the moms and teachers who have listened to you today. What is that one message you'd love them to take away from this conversation?
Okay, for the mathematics aspect of it, just find out your children's attitude towards mathematics and find a way to, as a teacher, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking to teachers now. So find out your children's attitude towards mathematics. All of them cannot have the same attitude. Then find a way to motivate them to have interest in mathematics. If the attitude towards mathematics, because most times it's not the mathematics they're afraid of, they're afraid of the mathematics teacher. What the teacher will do to them if they fail mathematics. That's why they're afraid. They're afraid. If you know that they're afraid of math. That's why sometimes we hear
That is so true. That is so true, Tonya. Now that I've thought about it, I was actually not afraid of it. Was the teacher, because they were disciplinarians. If you failed the subject, that came out so funny. I've just thought about it now that you mentioned it.
Some people are not actually afraid of math, they're afraid of the math teacher. Their math teacher's attitude to help. Okay, I go into class with him, not to flop most times, but to make, if I hit it on the table, everybody will quiet and all that. So, for your body language too will also make their own body language to change. Then when it comes to the mothers and the fathers, because there are sometimes even the fathers that have time for their teenagers, okay, you have to listen to them too. Listen to them and know where it's training them. These children have their own problem. They have problems. It's not, you don't just say she's my child. I know everything. No, she's your child, or they are your children. Thoughts. Hear from them first. They have problems. These children have problems. They go out, they mingle with people. They have issue in school. They don't want to tell. That's why when you see school management inviting parents to school
Yes.
is to be sure that you know that what you are hearing or what your child is doing in school is also doing it at home. And you see some parents when they come, you tell them your child did something like this. You say, no, it's not my child. My child can't do that. My child can't do this and all that. So just take your time, bring them close to you, hear what they are saying, hear from them first before you react. Even when you are angry, there is a way you will do it to correct them because they are also looking at your facial expression. I was asking once, there is something that happened in school. I say, go home and tell your mom. Then the next day I asked the child, did you tell your mom? He said, no, she came back with bad image. So in fact, her countenance when she came back is not something I can add to this program too. So you see that your attitude towards them will make them to either be free with you or not be free with you. So that's what I'm going to tell both the parents and the mathematics teachers.
All right. Thank you so much, the World of Ruggers, for the blessing. I see the blessing there, and she is saying, sending Oibo Pepe greetings. Happy Sunday, Mr. President, and to all the disciples of the community. Thank you so much, the World of Ruggers, for that blessing. May your pot brim in abundance. Guys, we're just getting towards the end of the conversation with Tonia, and I'm so glad that we powered through. We did not have to reschedule this because the internet has finally behaved. And we have had an amazing conversation. And I like how we just thought of alternatives. We just switched to like our WhatsApp call, and we had our call. So those are things you can even be doing on your live stream. Don't look stressed. Don't look stranded. There are always alternatives, and I think mathematics always. Tonia, as a teacher, you'd agree. Mathematics always gives us alternatives, right? Yeah.
Yes. I'm telling you that when it comes to mathematics, it might not actually do well in some aspect, but this part of logical reasoning, yes. In fact, you're 100%.
Absolutely. The last question before I read for you some of the comments that people have. You have some very nice comments people left you on the chat. The last question I'm going to ask you before I give you that chance is like, so you are building a channel. You put up your buy me a coffee for the support before you get monetized. When it comes to now your growth as a career, do you see yourself just teaching in the secondary school in the future, or are there plans to scale up, maybe to you talked about your plan to do a PhD? Yikes, Dr. Tonia, hello. What is that? Yeah, what is that like? Because that is like a lot of commitment. How will that? What will that take? What will be the cost of you getting a PhD in mathematics education, and what are some of the career options that will like lead you to? Because I know that will for sure make you transition out of secondary school teaching.
Okay, thank you very much, Goga, for this question. Yes, I'm teaching in secondary school now, but I don't intend to teach in secondary school forever. I want to go to, have opportunity to teach in College of Education, university, and all that. And me acquiring master's degree and maybe PhD later will give me room or opportunity to be a consultant, where other math teachers can consult other people apart from, or teach other teachers actually. I can be a consultant to them.
Nice.
And just have like an office where I will be discussing mathematics and team matter. Yes. So it's not just, you won't end in classroom as a secondary school teacher. That's not what I want. So all these certificates, I'm acquiring them for future use, for future challenge. So I would like to, wake up one morning, see myself teaching or lecturing students in College of Education and universities, be it fully or under mathematics education and all that. So, and if I wake up one morning again and see myself in a room in office where I am mathematics educator, consultant, actually, I'll be very, very happy. So that's what I'm praying for.
And I like that
Thank you.
because Tonya, most people, especially the generation today, there's a lot of there's a growing attitude towards education that you do not need the papers. I don't know what is your take on this, because you've already gotten your 2 degrees, you are working towards the third degree. What is your take? Because
Yes.
for me, I'm a very firm believer in education, because I did get my 2 degrees. Whether I use them or not, that's a different story. But I do know that my degrees actually got me into rooms that I could not have imagined
Yes.
possible. My degrees got me to speak to people who, like, I would never reach. Had I
Yes.
not gone through that level of education. What is your take? Because nowadays people are like saying degrees are not important. Why get the degrees when you can be a content creator and become famous on YouTube? Degrees actually help me make a conversation when I'm on the live stream, because I may be speaking to an engineer, and I'm speaking to you here, and you're a mathematics educator. It is the education that has helped me know how to structure what I want to ask, and even just know what I want to achieve out of the conversation. What is your take on this
Yes.
entire issue? Because you have a lot of young people nowadays who are like saying, but I'll be famous on TikTok, I'll be making millions. So, because I've seen somebody drive a Lamborghini on TikTok. Yet, for us as Africans, we still believe this is important for us.
Okay, thank you very much, Goga. The thing is that whether you have millions or not, education is still very important. It's education that will help you to know how to manage
The millions.
whatever the anybody thinks they have acquired. At the end of the day, you keep learning. Getting certificates and getting money are different, altogether. Certificates have to go with knowledge. Anywhere you see yourself, like even if in a room where millionaires are,
Yes.
you respect the person with certificate more than any other way they can get money apart from certificate and all that. In a room where there are people that have money and all that, the person that will lead will always see the person with certificate. Certificate matters. So outside that, making money and all that, there is other thing that certificate will pave way for you. If there is a need for someone to be sent to somewhere or to a particular country to represent, I don't think they want to send someone because he has money. They will send someone that have knowledge,
That's
someone
true.
that has certificate, someone that is versatile. Getting certificate and going to school will pave way for you. It will make you to be versatile, make you to meet people. It will make you to just not just get knowledge of getting money, but knowledge of other things. So getting certificates is very important. Very, very important.
Wow.
So that's what people will use and judge you.
I
People
like
will use certificates to judge you. This one is educated, so let's go with this one. So it's not all about money.
I like that. And even your fellow teacher Bosede says that's true. Certificate and money making are different things.
They are different, together.
They're different things. And I like how you brought it out very well, that each has its own benefits, and the education will always get you an upper hand in some of these things. I think that's it, guys. I don't know if there's anybody who has a question for Tonya before we release her. I want to release her in the next 5 or so minutes. So if you have any question you want to ask Tonya before we release her, this went well. I mean, regardless of the challenges, it went very well. Tonya, how do you feel? I think you're more relaxed even now. I know you were so stressed earlier.
I'm very, very happy.
Yeah.
I'm very, very happy. At the time, I was already panicking. So
Yeah.
this phone is going to disappoint me again today. Because it happened once. There was a time they wanted us to do this kind of things.
Yes.
Just like streams together.
Yeah.
My phone disappointed. There was a time, who else again? My phone disappointed. So I was seriously praying at this. Well, let me see what happens. And after I was already panicking that this will not hold. But thank God for your critical thinking. Your knowledge of mathematics that helps.
No,
my students, because I posted it on WhatsApp, everybody was already asking me, it's fine. They were all pumping messages on my phone.
Yes, and
it's fine because they they know me as someone that if I say I will come by 4,
yeah, you'll be
I
there.
will come by 4. It's either I come earlier or I come before. So they were like, I know Miss Raymond, I know Miss Raymond, she will not come by 30. She will come before them or after them.
No, and I know because when you gave
the messages on my phone now.
When you sent, because you know the first thing you came when you joined the panel, you started apologizing, and that's when I knew that you are a stickler to time, because you started by apologizing profusely that I'm so sorry guys, I'm sorry I'm late. It was I knew that I knew right away there that it's premium. Misha Bless, welcome, thanks so much for coming in. Bosede is asking, Tonia, tell us how many degrees do you have? Hey, I like how you're asking. Like,
2 degrees. I have a master's degree. I have I have BSc mathematics, BSc education in mathematics. I also have it also in master's degree. Yes.
Wow.
I have 2 degrees.
How long did it take you to finish all these things? Did you have a gap between them, or you like you like?
Yes, there is a gap. Yes.
Okay.
I got yes, there is a gap. Yes.
All right.
So, my first degree was 2007, and the second is just this year.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
So a lot of things and so many things, so many energy, so many sleepless nights.
School is hard.
School is hard, especially if you ask anybody that is studying mathematics education in ESUT, Enugu State University of Science and Technology, see that it's not easy.
STEM, yeah.
From the university I went to, you know that it's not easy. The lecturers, they are very strict. You must read.
There's no joking. I mean, and one thing I like with mathematics education is not like something that you'll go and you go on a fishing expedition like the humanities. It's very
no.
Yeah, it's not. It is what it is. You can't like start getting other theories around it. When do you intend to do the doctorate? Like, when do you want to? When do you in your grand plan of life? When do you want to like do your doctorate degree in mathematics education? Is it actually going to be mathematics education, or is it going to be something different?
Yes, it's mathematics education.
Okay.
I've not thought of changing to another field. I'm still okay with mathematics education. Okay. I still want to further it. Yes, still want to further with it.
Dr.
Okay with mathematics education.
Dr. Tonia,
I might go for another.
Hey, Dr. Tonia. Guys, can you start saying hi to Dr. Tonia before she becomes a proper doctor? Yeah. Because I knew her before she became a doctor. Before she became a doctor. Miss Bailey, nice to see you. Misha Bless. Guys, if you have not connected to this beautiful queen that graced our stream today and our Sunday service, the link is pinned up there. I want you guys to jump over to our live stream. Put those nice chocolate brown. I don't know. Did you say chocolate brown, or did you say coffee? Coffee brown. Coffee brown hearts. Guys, I'm suffering. I've been thinking. I'm just thinking of chocolates right now. Coffee brown hearts. Drop those nice coffee brown hearts. Somebody is already calling you Dr. Tonia. Miss Bailey is already calling you Dr. Tonia on the chat. So we are manifesting.
Wow.
Let me read for you a few messages that came through on the chat. Bosede sent a super chat and said, I am so excited to see my colleague and my YouTube student. That was a comment that came through on the chat. And then everything Africa with Omar said, your attitude towards mathematics determines your chances of making money. Hey, is that true? That is true. Your attitude towards mathematics determines your chances of making money. Hey, whoa. And then JB says, as her student, she makes the class lively by making us, the students, laugh. Her class is never dull. It's always lively. And I think that is a skill. And I think Raphael said something like that earlier when you're having internet problems, that it is your superpower. That skill of packaging mathematics and making it fun and not dull. I think it's a skill. And then Omar says, it is so beautiful seeing her students cheer her up. It means she's a valuable tool in the world of education. Ewo, I love it. 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 I love that. And then
Thank you, Oma. Thank you, Oma.
yeah, and then Joseph Ambura, thank you so much. Joseph Ambura says, thank you so much, Goga. I really appreciate you, the way you connect people and the way you support them. Be blessed, brother. Thank you so much, Ambura, for saying that. I don't take it for granted. With great power comes great responsibility, and I'm glad that I'm able to fit the bill. So thank you so much for that high compliment, Mr. Wambura. I really appreciate that. I don't see any other comment on the chat, so I'm going to give Tonia a chance to sign out. But before she leaves, and Miss Bailey Official, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thanks so much for that super sticker. And that's my channel member coming through with a blessing. Allow me to just acknowledge that blessing real quick. May your pot brim in abundance, Miss Bailey. Thank you so much for the blessing. Thank you so much for the blessing. Tonia, we are just about to release you, so I'm going to put you on solo layout. I'm sorry you are not here, so I'm just going to put your channel on solo layout. Guys, if you are not connected to Tonia, please click on that link that is on top of my chat. Jump over to her channel, Tonia'sTalk. It is that channel that I'm projecting on the screen. Be part of that beautiful community, and then you can support her. She does live streams daily. You can have conversations with her, interactions with her. Let us support her on this journey to get her WH by the end of the year. So Tonia'sTalk, over to you. You can do your sign out, and then we can release you.
Okay. Thank you everyone for attending today's Sunday service. Thank you so much, Goga, for all you've done and what you are still doing. Thank you so very much. In fact, I don't know what to say. I can't thank you people enough. But the support you're giving me is what is encouraging me. That is what is pushing me. And I thank you all for that. Please keep supporting, and let's keep praying for Goga. We want him to still support more people, and he will not stop, because I think this is what gives him joy. So please, we pray that God will give you more energy, whatever it takes for you to be supporting people. Please, may God keep, giving you that energy, giving you the strength, the intelligence, anything you need. Thank you so much. I can't pay you now, but I know that in one way or the other, you are going to get paid. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. At this junction, I have to say bye. Have a blessed new week, and enjoy yourself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tonia. Let me just end your live stream right now so that I don't have to guys, you can Uber it back to my chat. I'm ending Tonia's live stream right away. All right, Tonia. Thank you so much. Have a